So now we will start to explore the Studies tab. So let's pull some data. The first study available that you see when you import data is the 2D top view, okay, which you will also find under the Studies tab here. You can do different things with that study. You can, of course, change the channel. You can hide or display the axis. You can hide or display the scale. You can do the same with the color scale. You can also display or hide the histogram. And of course, you can change the color palette. There's different ways to interact with the color palette. You can, sometimes you might want to, for instance, see in a better way particles or structures that may be buried in the background. And so you might want to optimize that color scale to enhance weak features. There's two ways to do that. The first one is by clicking in the enhancement button. You have this, you can directly use luminosity, contrast, and other sliders, but if you want to do it quickly, you can have access to this button here. And you see the results. The idea is that the color scale will be compressed toward the maximum of the histogram. If you want to have a finer control over the color, the palettes, you can display the cursors here, and you can minorly change them and set live to enhance, hide, or display in a better way weak features. Something like that. Something that is important in MountainsSPIP, and that's the case for all of the studies that we provide, is to be careful about the Z-axis settings. And you will find that settings here. We provide a different option in height, where the 0 is the lowest point on the surface. In depth, for instance, where the 0 is the highest point on the surface, or in absolute, meaning the values are read directly from the raw data. For topography, you can use in height or in depth, but of course we recommend to keep the absolute settings when dealing with additional channels such as phase, amplitude, and other channels available in AFM. When you want to display such surface in 3D, you will have that possibility here. You can press F11 for full screen. You can zoom in or zoom out using the mouse wheel. You can change the height amplification by clicking on this button, or you can do it manually but more precisely by holding the Shift key and clicking with the mouse and going up and down, just like that. You can hide or display the base. You can hide or display the axis. Something that is very convenient is to display overlays. So in here, the Z, the color scale is given by the height. Okay. And of course, the shape is given by the height, by the topography channel. But when you change to the phase signal, for instance, The color scale is given by the phase channel, while the 3D is given by the height. So you can really correlate information that you may find on additional channels with topography easily. You can interact with the color palette in the same way that we just described with the 2D view, by hiding it or by displaying the cursors and adjusting them.